Let's take a look at what's going on with the forecast. Because
you go, sister.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. As far as the forecast goes, we do have some snow around. This is one of those purple pictures I was referring to, Lori Maldonado. And this is what people say, hey, Betsy Kling, what would cause this? I mean, I get the most random emails and tweets and questions from people, but at least I had an answer for this one. So some people saw it from afar. It was a little bit less vivid, but boy, downtown Cleveland, it was lit up beautifully. Tomorrow morning, it won't be lit up so much. We will have some snow showers coming down. As the sun comes up, the glow will go. Temperatures are going to be in the 50s, or excuse me, in the 30s, wishful thinking, to start the day, but we'll be held into the 30s as we head through the afternoon with scattered snow showers and cloudy skies hanging on. There is snow out to the west of us, and that snow is all associated with a second front that will be moving through tonight and early tomorrow. That frontal boundary will sweep in, stir up some snow showers, and then behind it we have high pressure building in. That high pressure is going to trigger some lake effect going on. So we're not only going to have the front and its little bit of moisture coming in, but we have the lake effect that's kind of the tipping point and will help to secure some shower chances for the morning commute. Through the overnight, you can see the temperatures back off into the mid-30s, and the snow is just out to the west of us. This is a look at the expected radar picture at 5 a.m. We know how this goes. We will have scattered snow showers through the heart of the morning commute, 7, 8, 9 a.m. snow coming in. This could be that dinner plate flake kind of setup for us, and we are likely to have some light accumulations. It could accumulate on the roadways, so be advised. We could have some slow spots, could have some slick spots as well. But as we head toward the noon hour, the bulk of that round will be moving south, and then we'll start to deal with just random lake effect snow showers downwind of the lake to the east. Now, with that northwest wind, we'll probably have those flurries lingering into the afternoon and then backing off in the evening. High pressure builds in, has a settling effect on the atmosphere, and it's going to help the temperatures to settle too. We clear out, we cool off. Temperatures by Wednesday morning will only be in the 20s, and it looks like that will lead us into a cool day on Wednesday too. How much snow is coming? Don't get too excited. We are going to put a candy coating on many surfaces. Areas farther south of Cleveland today ended up having 1.5 inches of snow. So this is just kind of a little dusting that will be coming through, and we aren't anticipating too many more problems from that. Here's a look at your Universal Windows Direct Outlook. Temperatures will be in the mid-30s for Tuesday and Wednesday. Those snow showers passing and moving out. Mainly cloudy then on Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving on Thursday. It looks chilly but dry, partly cloudy skies. Then those clouds increase as we head through Friday. We have a warmer weekend coming, but it looks like cold air returns next week. Russ and Sarah.
All right, Betsy, thanks a lot.